Okay. Yeah, it's good to be back this week. Had a great week last week, and coming back, it's great to see the guys out here practicing hard, getting back to our tempo, getting back to just playing football again. And again, another big test this week. We got a really aggressive style defense. Spags is known for being fast, physical, and then the pressure schemes that he brings. Probably again this has a chance to be one of the most challenging in terms of the pressures that they bring. He's not afraid to bring backers, safeties, corners. So that's something that we're going to have to really deal with this week.
Did they really do anything different to really? I mean, they really shut down Denver's running game on Sunday night.
Well, I thought they just played a really nice, hard-nosed game. They still did the similar stuff. They did their pressures, but they played well. They came ready to play. From my understanding, just listening to some of the telecasts, I mean, they were ready to go. They had talked about it all week, and they played that way.
What does losing Joko's experience mean for you as a play caller? What do you have to lay in mind for that?
Well, I think it's no different than when we lose anybody. We have to make the necessary adjustments, and whether it's a wide receiver, whether it's your quarterback, any of the skill sets that you lose, you have to evaluate the situation and try to put your players in positions to be successful. So when all that shakes out this weekend and we find out exactly who's going to go, who we're going to go with, whether it's Glow, Posick, those kind of things. Then we'll continue to make those decisions. We're going to put those guys in positions to be successful. We do lose his leadership. We do lose the communication and the, just the calm that he could bring to the huddle. So the guys that'll be in there. Glow does have experience. Posick, is a rookie. So we'll see how it shakes out.
The running game and you get CJ Prosise back this week. Can he fit into every down running, or does he still kind of specifically fit more in the other role that you kind of had for him?
Well, we do have a definite role for him. My belief is that he can be an every down back, but the proof is that he has to stay healthy, and he hasn't been able to do that yet. We did have him for, like I said, a 3-game streak last time, so we're looking for him to stay healthy. If he was able to do that, he definitely has the skill set to be able to be an every down running back. So, but as of right now, we're still using him in that, the 2-minute roll, third down back, change up kind of runner right now.
How did you feel about Eddie and Thomas and how they played against the Rams?
Well, it was good to get them some carries, kind of be able to get them going a little bit. We were able to to run the ball a little bit more and kind of force the issue a little bit. I thought both of them did fine, and they bring different skill sets, and they both still have that mentality, that that nastiness mentality, and they're going to punish some guys at the end of runs, and that's something that we really like.
Even if the yards weren't there late in the game for all, just to get all those carries for guys who missed that much time, just how valuable is that to get that game action?
Yeah, you want to have that game experience, and and running behind the line and being able to see the combinations, see how the holes open up, and be able to focus in on their reads and make sure they're getting on the spot and that they're looking at it the right way. So every carry that they can get in a game situation, because we can simulate it only so much out here in practice. We can't quite get the full speed. What's up, Luke?
How you doing, Matt?
Very good, very good. We can't quite get that the physical part of it and how guys can finish a block or guys fall off a block and where he might cut. So those game rests become really valuable.
During the game, I'm sorry, Curtis. Go ahead.
The Carson injury obviously threw your running game off stride a little bit here, but how close do you feel you are to finding the consistency you want there overall?
Well, I mean, like we talked about last time, I mean, we lost an important player, but we really thought that our running back core is very talented. All those guys, whether it's Thomas, whether it's Eddie, CJ, JD's, we're mixing in there as well. We really like the depth there. The games have kind of gone different ways, depending on what game you want to talk about. And the ones where we're able to run it, we're doing fine there. Sometimes we're going to break some big runs, but sometimes we just having that mentality and just continuing to pound it, continuing to get opportunities is also what we're looking for. So the most recent game, we were able to do that. I mean, Eddie and Thomas were able to get some carries, and we'll just continue to work it.
During a game, how do you weigh that, the production of the run game versus maybe just needing to do it to keep the mentality, keep the defenses honest?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, there's a lot of I mean, I'm watching and I'm taking a look at how the things are going. Also have a gut feel for how things are going. Listening, I rely on Coach Cable a lot, with his opinion, and together between the two of us, it's whether it's ones and twos, and those ones and twos can become those threes and fours, or 7, 8, 9s, or if it's like 0 and 1s, and it's like that we're just really struggling to get 0 and 1. So there's kind of that gut feel, and then how well we blocked it, or how we fell off a block, say, yeah, I got this corrected, we need to go back to that. So there's always that conversation that we're having on the run game. I will say that the more opportunities that you get, then the more the guys get to feel for how the defense is flowing. And I'm saying the line as well, just how they're fitting those combinations. I need to stay on this a little bit longer, or I need to get off to this one a little bit quicker, depending on the flow of the backers. And then you're running back, getting opportunities to see it. So there is a little bit of, let's continue to do that, because then we'll be able to make that go a little bit better.
What have you identified as the issues that early in the games that have held the offense back, or like on the first few possessions of games?
Well, I think I can just easily say it's execution. I mean, it always comes back to us and how we're doing it. We've had a couple of games where we've gone, our first drive has been really nice, but we haven't finished it with a touchdown. I remember the second game here, we had a drop for a touchdown that that would have been a touchdown pass. So we've had some good first drives, but then we've kind of lingered around on those next couple of drives in some of the games. And really, it just comes down to, again, execution. Sometimes, whether, depending on what game we're talking about, third down conversions end up being huge. Now we've jumped up in that. We're doing a better job of getting our conversions, making those third downs manageable. There been games where it was always, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 20 or 15. And then the one drive our last game against the Rams, there was 3 third downs right in a row. It was 3rd and 4, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 4, and we converted every one of them. We went on to score a touchdown. So keeping those situations manageable as well.
How nice was it to get the goal line touchdown to Jimmy Graham, to get that connection together, and do you feel like that's something that Russell and Jimmy are getting close to finding?
Well, yeah, it felt great. It was something that we did early in the year, and we didn't make the connection, and something that we've really worked hard at that. And obviously, you got to see how the defense matches up. We had to match up the very first one, and we didn't make the connection. The most recent one, we did make the connection. I mean, it feels great because it's something that you put a lot of work into, and for them to be able to hit it the way that they did, it was exciting. I know people I saw Doug or Coach or somebody was like, finally, because I mean that's really how you feel about it. Is like, we made that connection and we've really worked hard on it. So you're hoping that you get return on your investment a little bit there, and we were able to do it the most recent time.
It seemed like he was split out maybe a little bit more in that game than he had been in the past, or was that something you saw, or was there some reason why maybe that was more easily to do in that game? Or
yeah, I don't know if it was much different. I mean the goal line play there was, but I mean we did that earlier in the year as well, and in other games. I mean we have them. There's different spots that we have them. We have them all the way out. We have them kind of just split out to give them a little bit more room, and then we have them obviously they're in line. So. We try to move that around often.
Anything else?
All right, thanks.